All right, so my cinematography skills are questionable, okay? If you're checking out the angle of this table, right? Well, let's just rock with it, shall we? Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning. In my readings, I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Fantastic. So let's do a general deep dive, okay? Because we love those, all right? Let's talk to the best of humanity, the divine children of God, and give them the breaking news, ancestors, creator. Can we give them some breaking news, okay? Or some developing stories, all right? Fantastic. So, okay, the ancestor said bet. All right, so let's see what comes out. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I like it. I like it. So, all right, I've already prayed over the cards. So, let's get it popping. One more bridge, one more. It's like the male readers. Have you ever noticed that? They count how many times they shuffle. They're so funny. They're so left brain. Okay, so anyhow, adorable. Overall, what's the breaking news or the developing stories for the humans, the divine children of God, right about now? What's the deal? Well, the ancestors say this. Oh, Hanged Man, the zombie in my card, in my deck. All right, means forced sacrifice, the sacrifice of free will. Yeah. What? No thanks. Am I right? Okay, and it also is the hangman. Okay, so you can add all that hangman business to the situation, but in my deck, it's about forced sacrifice. Something from the outside is forcing you to comply. Excuse me? All right, I'd like to know more. All right, that is breaking news. This just in. Okay? Some bullshit. Okay, let's find out. I mean, that's my judgment. Okay, I'm saying bullshit, me, the reader. All right, it may not be. Let's find out. All right, what do you mean by that, ancestors? What are you saying there? What's going on with the zombie? This might not even be your issue. All right, so take heart. Some money? Sacrifice some money? No thanks. So far, no thanks. All right, if you're anything like me. So far, no thanks. For sacrifice because of family, for family, in order to get some money. Let's find out more. Emotional connection, empathy. Okay, so this might be something where you have to show empathy in order to get some money. Okay, or show empathy because somebody is a family member and therefore you have a forced sacrifice or you're squeezed on some level. You're squeezed. Aha. So that's making me think that it's possible that there's a postponement, is an adjournment. Okay, this is making me feel like there's some sort of wait a minute. Okay, because I heard this from somebody else. Okay, but that's exactly, this card comes up and it makes me think of what that person was saying. And it's like you have to wait for something to happen in order for something else to happen. Your goal, in order to reach your goal, you have to wait a minute, let something happen, and then the goal can happen. Let's talk more. High priestess. Divine child of God. I know that's right. Yeah, okay. All right. Now I'm getting Martin Luther King again. Okay. I don't know if you this is your first time here. I just recently in maybe the reading before last was talking about that. Yeah, no, the affirmation message. Okay, because it was like, oh, you know, you need to have a nonviolent protest, or, you know, it wasn't exactly saying that, but that's what it was making me feel like you got to be empathetic toward people who don't deserve it. Okay, that's the bottom line. Be empathetic towards people who don't deserve it, because you're obligated to do so as a divine child of God, as someone who stands for those principles, you know, of divinity, of universal order, universal law, you know, the principles of God is love. You dig what I'm saying? Crazy shit like that. So, because I have the divine child of God here with the empathy card. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. And then the bursting free of limiting belief surprise. It makes, that's what gives me the wait a minute. Something has to happen first. That's the energy that I'm getting there. Okay, and here's the goal energy, obviously. Okay, so this is the High Priestess and the Hermit. So in my deck, the Hermit card is about intimacy uh, and trust. It's about sacred space, or a sanctuary, a home, hospital, or just being at the crib. You dig what I'm saying? Or being internal, obviously. King of Wands. I think he might want some empathy from the divine child of God. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, but ain't enough cards on the board yet necessarily. I'll let the cards do the talking for now. All right. Oh, okay, because the truth, because the Queen of Swords, that's why. Okay, somebody is bursting free of limiting beliefs, and or their limiting beliefs, and they're surprised by something you said, something you did, as the Queen of Swords, or they're surprised by that energy. That energy came through with the clear perception, hit the nail on the head, not having it, okay, shutting shit down, naming it, calling it, filing it, archiving it. Do you feel me? That's what the Queen of Swords does. And somebody was like, ba-boom, oh shit, word. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, though. I'm not seeing it as a bad thing, because this is willing sacrifice. Now, that's interesting, don't you think? That's interesting, because we have forced sacrifice overall, and then willing sacrifice here at the end of the day. That's interesting, I think. All right, let's go into these primary cards and see what the context is here. Okay, get a little context on this, ancestors. Big message. Karma. Ooh, again, I'm getting the nail on the head. Somebody hitting the nail on the head. Okay, so message. So somebody said something. Okay, or did something that conveyed information. It conveyed data. Okay, and it was some sort of karma. It was like bittersweet, is what I get here. It was bittersweet. It was a relief, but then it was anguish at the same time. Okay. Somebody reached their target, reached a goal, or this is about family or money, long-term stability. Like, you know, like, okay, you just won a 2-bedroom, you know, house and in Texas, and you live in Maine or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, I don't want to live in Texas, but it's nice to have a nice, big, pretty house. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, damn, I'm going to have to figure something out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's that sort of energy right there. All right, well, let's go further. A forced sacrifice. Okay. Ah, karma again with the justice card. Mm. And this is also about having your passionate emotions up under a cool, calm surface. Here with this karma card, right? Repairing broken mirrors, that's what they do. Okay, also, these are the messengers of the universe in my deck. Okay, they're like angels. Okay, and they shuttle power from one ancestor to the next here in the cosmic UPS card. This is when someone is deeply moved by a thing. They are deeply impacted. This is deep impact. And it's also, you know, travel or movement or being deeply moved. And then somebody's got, you know, their passionate, intense emotions under a cool, calm surface as their broken mirror, which I tend to interpret in this card as like, you know, your core self, your self-image, you know, like the core of your understanding of who you are as you present, you know, not who you are as like the whole complete you, but who you are in the sense of who you are to people, to the people kind of thing. How do you come across that sort of thing, right? That's the ego, right? That's kind of ego-ish. And so that, you know, so when a person's ego is shattered, they're the people who rebuild them, you know, they rebuild broken mirrors. Okay, cool. So then we got the Justice card. Then somebody got to face their fears. So the Empress was aware, okay, this intuitive energy. Somebody is connected, okay? And either they are facing their fears, whoever this High Priestess is facing their fears about justice, okay? Or this High Priestess knew that somebody, it was a matter of somebody facing their fears around this justice situation because their ego was shattered. I get the sensation. Okay? I don't know where we're going with this, but let's keep going. All right? Let's keep going. So, yeah, hit the nail on the head. So the High Priestess said something. Okay? Said some shit on some Queen of Swords shit. Hit the nail on the head. Okay? Saw the root cause clearly that it was a matter of facing of the fears. So I get the sensation this is somebody else, like the High Priestess is talking about somebody else or looking at somebody else. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's this King of Wands guy. I'm going to go with that because he's the only guy here. He's the only dude hanging out here, all right, with the ladies. So, yes, exactly. Someone's ego was shattered because it was their karma. That's why. hmm hmm So this arrow went out, whatever the arrow was, okay? The arrow of longevity, okay? The arrow of lasting truths. Do you dig it? Like when you're grinding or hustling, you know? The arrow of lasting truth is, I got to get this dough. Do you feel me? And I'm going to have to sell a lot of crack to do so, okay? Now, I'm kidding. I mean, that's just an example, okay? So this person, it looks like here, the High Priestess just knew what time that it was. And it was just, she hit the jackpot of targets, whatever that is. It's around this karma, okay? It's around this karma about facing of the fears. You see? And seeing root causes clearly, impactful message, facing of the fears. Okay? Leap of faith, judgment. Somebody didn't take a leap of faith, I get the sensation. They didn't take a leap of faith. It was about family. It was about money. It was about both. Okay? And this revealed the actuality of the fact that they were scared. Okay? Fantastic. Especially with the Fool here having to take a leap of faith. So there's some apprehension that somebody had about being correcting something, okay? And the high priestess said something on some Queen of Swords shit, hit the nail on the head, and this motherfucker ego crumbled into fucking dust, okay? It became liquefied, okay? Because that's what they do, and they melting down mirrors back into molten glass so they can remake them. You see? So it's bittersweet in that whatever was said was hurtful to hear, and sorry, people are sorry if it's true, kind of thing. It look, because of course that's what the Queen of Swords only deals in the truth, right? So whatever this high priestess said, it was true, or whatever somebody's intuition said, it was absolutely true. But it was like, damn, youch, kind of thing, But at the same time, it somehow revealed, the truth of it also revealed somehow that it's correctable, I want to say, or, like it's not fatal, it's not terminal. You know what I mean? Like whatever that's true that the high priestess said, or that the Queen of Swords said, whatever's true is not something that can't be adjusted. Like for instance, um, you meet a person and they got a fat belly. They got a fat belly. And for a fact, I know this is superficial, but I'm just saying, for a fact, that's not your story. You dig what I'm saying? Like, no, my story is not I rolled over and rubbed on my man's fat belly. That's not the story of my life. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if somebody's cool or attractive, you know what I'm saying? Or sexy, or fucking crazy sexy. I mean, shit. Um, but at the same time, damn well you are not trying to live with that configuration for the rest of your life. It's simple, okay? But at the same time, if somebody is like, well, damn, why you pulling back? Like, what? What's the problem? Because maybe you don't engage. Again, this is still just an example, okay? Because maybe you don't engage, assuming that you're doing the right thing and not trying to go there, and hurt nobody's feelings. They might wonder why you backing off. And then, boom. So my point is, I'm not saying how you would resolve that, in language and words, but I'm just saying energetically, the issue is fixable. It's not outside of the realm of, doableness, like, yeah, okay, all this motherfucker got to do is some crunches, okay? So it's not that serious. Now, of course, there's the complex politics of will they, is it fair to expect that of them, bop, 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 yada, yada, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, what you know, and everybody know what they want. You dig what I'm saying? And why sacrifice a six-pack if you don't have to? I'm just saying. I mean, if you have to, fine. You should be mature enough to do such and still love a person for who they are. But if you are able-bodied, you dig what I'm saying? Then get your fucking ass to crunching, my friend. Okay, is all I'm saying. And I mean, I'm willing to do that too. I'm just saying. This is just an example. Okay? So it's some shit. Okay? That somebody may not be willing to live with for the rest of their life. Okay, even that is just an example, but it's fixable. All right, is all I'm saying. All right, so anyhow, bittersweet. Great. Let's go into empathy. Let's go into emotional connection. Secrets of the deep. Let's go into that. She's getting around these days. She's getting around, whispering her secrets into people's readings. All right, what you got to tell us here, Siren? Oh, the secret was something about, oh, look at that, holding back emotionally, holding back love for you, holding back love for you emotionally. Okay, and okay, so empathy is here now. Showing empathy, is that a forced sacrifice to somebody who doesn't deserve it? I did say that, didn't I? Because that is the sensation that I'm getting. Because really the sensation that I'm getting is resistance from the feminine. Okay, I'm getting resistance from the feminine to being empathetic. You dig what I'm saying? I'm getting right because somebody, I'm going to guess it's this, again, King of Wands guy, held back emotionally, held back love. So she can't explain it to herself. I get the sensation. Like, wait a minute. And I also, again, get the sensation of you could sacrifice one thing or the other. Okay, so now let's try to figure out what these things are that you would be choosing from to sacrifice. Oh, okay. To sacrifice, or I should say to decide which thing you're going to sacrifice, right? Like you can't have it both ways. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You can't have it both ways. Oh, this is good. This is good. All right. Either, this is some lover's floor shit right now, okay? Either you're going to be empathetic, okay? Or you're going to, and sacrifice the angst, sacrifice the resentment, sacrifice the anger. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. If you're anything like me, you're like, wait a minute, sacrifice the anger? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's my constant fucking companion. What are you talking about? Okay. You know, with the Queen of Swords energy and everything. You dig what I'm saying? Because it keeps you sharp. You know what I mean? Like, you know, those of us from New York City, we know we have to have a certain kind of, we have to have a personality for every occasion in New York City. You see what I'm saying? Because you passing through so many people in so many places, so many different types of neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to rock with anybody. You know, if you in Chinatown, you got to be like, ni hao, okay? 2 for $5. Okay, I need 3. All right, hello? Break it down, okay? Absolutely. Or whatever, wherever you at, you got to be able to rock. Otherwise, you could be in danger. You could be in serious danger, you know? Absolutely. So on the subway, you have to have your own personality for the subway, and everybody's personality for the subway who understands these principles of living in New York is, I wish a motherfucker would. That has to be your constant attitude when you're on the subway in New York City. Otherwise, you could be killed. Okay, it's a very real thing. It's very real. Okay, everything's fine till it's not. Right. So anyhow, so you got to be ready for that and willing. All right. So great. So it looks here like the feminine is very resistant. That probably has a lot to do with what she said as the high priestess, you know, and the way that it hit the target in just such a way as to not be having it, as to be shutting it down. You see what I'm saying? And so here the ancestors are saying to be compassionate and empathetic. Okay, so now empathy is different from compassion. Okay, it's different from compassion because empathy is like, well, think about it if it was you, you know. Compassion is more like, oh, you don't want that for people. You know, it's more about the other person. Compassion, you know. Empathy is more like you're sharing. You're sharing the energy. You know, like if it was you, you would want empathy. You know, what if it was you that this happened to? You dig it? Like I went to this school, right? Because I'm looking for different schools and shit to rock with my program. And I went to this school and all the kids seemed like their eyeballs was facing different directions, right? All right, cool. I mean, I didn't go in there looking to analyze or you know, criticize people or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here trying to help. You dig what I'm saying? So but I wasn't ready. You know, I was like, is there something in the water? Like, you know, should I look on the Department of Health website? Like, is this the green algae again? Like, I don't know, you know, but it was remarkable. It stood out. That's all I can say. And I was like, wow, you know, I don't know if I want to be at this school, you know. When people's eyeballs are facing different directions, that confuses me. I don't like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That disturbs me. All right. So all right. Anyhow, so the creator is saying to be empathetic toward this person for holding back. Now, why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? Okay. All right? Why would anybody fucking do that? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, because you are the person that they love. Okay, let's get down to the brass tacks. The ancestors are saying here. Let's get down to the brass tacks. They was holding back the love. Let's get underneath the hood on that. You feel me? Like, do you hear yourself? Kind of shit, right? Do you hear yourself? So that means this motherfucker love you then, right? If he's holding back the love, then there got to be some love to hold back. Am I right? Okay, cool. So that's number one, they're saying. That's number one, emotional connection. Stop playing. That's number one. Okay, why you should have empathy. Okay. Number two, because this motherfucker love you. All right. Okay, so the mind boggles. I know. Divine feminines, please pipe down. The mind boggles. Oh, he loves me. Well, how come a bitch can't tell? Do you feel me? Or whatever, right? I understand. The mind boggles. I do understand. All right. However, the ancestor said, this is breaking news. They said, let me put you onto the news. Okay, so if you don't know, now you know. Very good, black people, very good. Okay, because I know all the black people is like, yeah, now you know. Okay, very good. Power to the people, power to the people. So, okay, so they love you. Okay, so have empathy for you, for them because of that. Another reason why is because you can see in them that holding back love is not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone, right? That's what you see in them. That's what you're looking at them saying. Like, look at this poor dumbass fool. You know, that's why they're like, take it easy, be empathetic. Good, very funny. You over there like this stupid ass, you know, this poor sap of a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You all on your Yosemite Sam shit, and over there frickin' smacking, frickin' right. And y'all love each other, look like here. Just saying. Okay? Y'all is both suffering. Okay? On some level. The people I'm talking about. Okay? That's what's happening here. It's not healthy. So there's no need to pretend. You know what I mean? Not that you would pretend. Okay? If you're anything like me, you don't even pretend. Okay? You just may not say shit, you know, but you ain't pretending. You know, ain't no secrets or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you are the person they love. You love this person or whatever, right? I get the sensation that I get a lot of duality down these central axes. I notice in my readings, it'd be a lot of going both ways shit. Not always, but a lot. Okay, so that's what's happening for me now. And it's like you're a divine child of God. You know better, is what they're saying. They're saying you know better. So in terms of, you know, not letting go, for sacrifice, you sacrifice this person that you love, or you sacrifice the anger, the resentment, whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? Anger, resentment. Yes, am I right? Or whatever. Because also this this justice card also represents guilt. You know, like somebody's conscience is bothering them, kind of thing. You know, so so it looked like both of the people here would have to let go of something. You know, for the King of Wands here, it would be the guilt, the shame, because I said their ego was destroyed, right? Because the Queen of Swords made sure, right? I'm sure that she wasn't the only thing, but her wind, like her fucking energy, like her air energy, just permeated through the atmosphere and just activated everything that was related to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a gust of wind blew and blew his fucking, you know, bus ticket out his hand just when he was gonna get on the bus, you know, or some shit, or, you know, he gets on the bus anyway and the bus is going to the wrong place, and, you know, oh, we miscommunicated, you know, because that's her energy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, legal things, we got this legal thing, oh, I can't do this because I got to go to court, whatever, you know, legal shit, like everything that's related to her is just activated. You dig it? Because of her anger. You see? And she's cool. Like, you know, you walk up to her and she's like, hello, how can I help you? You know, kind of thing. Like, she's cool, but she's processed and held on to some anger to keep her sharp because she's not having it with the guy with the severed head. She's quite not having it. So, you know, if anybody come at her sideways, if they look a little bit slanted, they're going to have to find a new head. Do you feel me? Absolutely. And that's what the anger is doing for her. It's helping her to activate everything, you know, like hold the memory of whatever this injustice was. Like hold it in the air. Let the air thicken and humidify with the truth of this. Because this is another thing. In my card, the Queen of Swords represents like the transmission of information through the air. Okay? And they say in New Orleans, it gets really humid. And with the water amplifies the frequency. And the messages travel more readily and more quickly and more easily through the air. And that's what she represents. See what I'm saying? So, so her message may be passing through the air, you know, or either way, her energy is in the air and it's like activating about that anger, or because of that anger, that's how she's holding the memory of the injustice. Okay, the injustice with somebody not taking the leap of faith and not facing their fear, not making something correct, not paying their karma. You dig it? Yeah, somebody tried to, you know, get something here with the 10 of Pentacles. They tried to get something at your expense. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe they were forced to sacrifice you. Or maybe that's what the creator is saying. In terms of, you know, have empathy for this person. Because I know the more I'm peeling back the story, you a little bit like, nah, B. You dig? I say you a little even more like, no, not empathy. I don't think so. No, but that might be why it was a forced sacrifice from another angle. You know, they were forced to sacrifice you. All right. We'll talk more about that. What forced them? How were they forced? If that's the case. On that floor, how were they forced to sacrifice you? And therefore you should have empathy for them? They were forced by this. King of Cups. All right. Okay, so we either got emotions, over-emotional, over-giving of some sort, or someone who drinks too much. How will they force go further for this person on this floor? Okay, yeah. Because if you drink too much or you give too much, that leads to burnt bridges. That leads to the end of resources. Overgiving, the end of resources. Somebody was at the end of their resources. They were in some sort of tough spot. Okay? I don't know. Because that, I know. Pipe down, Divine Feminine, because that's not good enough for me either. But, you know, it's all good. It must be deep for the ancestors to be saying, hey, you know, this dude was having a difficult time. Okay? Fantastic. So let's go into the King of Wands now. Emperor. Well, and the Empress. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So I get here that the ancestors are like, listen, you know you the Empress. You know this motherfucker love you. You the motherfucking Empress. What the fuck choice do he have but to love your ass? Hello? Like, you don't need a confirmation on that. Okay? That's what they said. Okay. They said, did you need a tarot reading for that? I don't think you did. I don't think that you did. But there's something connecting you that's deep though. It's real deep. Like, all jokes aside though, it's heavy. Y'all are definitely connected. Okay. Um, First of all, they was overdoing their control. They was trying to, throw their muscles around. Okay. In whatever way they was doing that. But at the same time, I'm getting the sensation that this person is the emperor. I mean, that is a bold accusation. You know what I'm saying? That is a bold accusation, but I have to be honest, people, right? That's what we do here. We got to keep it ice cold. And this motherfucker look like he's the emperor. Listen, the mind boggles, divine feminines, okay? The mind boggles. How could divine masculine be this? How could he be this? I don't know. That's another reading, I guess. Okay. Also, he might have, okay, so no, wait, let me go from here. Okay, it looks like he's taking action, or he will take action, because that's how that works, kind of thing. I get the sensation, but again, that is a bold accusation, because who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy that was afraid to take a leap of faith? For money or for family? Or because of money and because of some shit? Really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, empathy. Yes, okay. Empathy. Okay. Gonna do it. Gonna do it with you. All right. I can at least take a deep breath. Excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. But I can at least take a deep breath on that. Okay. I'm not exactly pulling off empathy, but I'm in the empathy zone. Okay. I'm not quite feeling empathy, but I'm in the empathy zone. I'm safe. I'm safe in the empathy zone. Okay. Something else is happening here. Okay, let's hope it comes back and, gets deeper. Somebody feels fortunate, or somebody feels unfortunate, or both, about this Two of Cups, about this divine connection, about this love, about this soulmate thing. Oh, yes. They feel fortunate and unfortunate. Remember, bittersweet? It's bittersweet. Mm-hmm. Or, okay, yeah. It could get ratchet. It could get pretty ratchet here. I'm not going there. Okay? It is what it is. Okay. Did somebody not know how much you loved having sex with them? I get the sensation. Oh, because you walked away? You walked away and it was like, well, if you love having sex with me so much, why did you walk away? I mean, that's a fair enough question. That's a fair enough question. Um, so maybe that also is the bittersweetness of it all, because, oh, you loved having sex with me, but you walked away. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, darn, that's inconvenient, okay. Oh, with soulmates too, darn. Mm, yeah, okay. Somebody walked away to slang dang-a-lang. Yeah, exactly. Why the fuck? See, because the thing is, I feel like people say, well, you can't hold on to anger because anger doesn't serve you, and bop, 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 right? I mean, yeah, it can make you unhealthy because it's fucking volatile energy, period. You can't just stand there holding lava. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. But at the same time, if you have a way of containing the lava, you can sit there and hold lava. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely motherfucking can, okay? So that's the thing, because this slinging dang-a-ling and how the Queen of Swords wasn't having it. And he was slinging dang-a-ling around the world, because this is the whole world in that card. The whole world is in that card. So he's got the whole wide world on his dick. He's got the whole wide world. Come on, sing it with me. He's got the whole world on his dick. Yes, thank you. Woo, woo. Yeah, yeah, yes. He was slanging dang-a-lang, apparently. And another reader said, I think it's Blue Rose Tarot, she said, this is the type of person who fucked the whole city at least 3 times. Right? So I thought that shit was funny. That's the feeling I'm getting from this guy. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. So he's surprised by this connection. I know that's right. Right. We're all surprised, I think. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Even though he was fucking somebody else and doing that, ooh, he was doing that to try to portray himself as someone who didn't want you. He thought, listen, you are going to have to fuck the whole city at least 3 times to get over me. Okay? That is facts. Okay? And you're still going to be like, damn. Okay? So you think what I'm saying, right? Okay. And that is not to toot my own horn, but that is to simply represent for the divine feminine and shout out to God for that, because I had nothing to do with it. Okay? I had nothing to do with it. So that's my point. Like, where are you going, dude? Holding back from who? About what? All you doing is fucking yourself. Okay? Because I'm still going to love you at the end of the day. And you're going to pay dearly for what you fucking did. As opposed to just having what you want in the first place. Okay? Absolutely. Could have just had what you wanted in the first place. Okay? And that's another way of looking at this, this Ten of Pentacles. You know what I mean? That's another way of looking at it in terms of a big moving message in the karma. It's like, look what you stood to gain. High Priestess. You stood to gain a High Priestess. Do you feel me? Motherfuckers would love to have the winning lotto tickets in their back pocket. Don't you think? Okay, right. So, and then the intimacy and the trust, the sacred space, the sanctuary, you safe. You safe, because look at the High Priestess. Boom. She's pulling back the curtain. She's pulling back the veil, right? Because the secrets is in there, right? That's a little walk-in closet, right? That has a whole nother, the whole spirit world is in there, right? Okay, cool. And then this is the inside, you know, people chilling, you know, healing. It's a safe place. God lives here. The ancestors live here, safe. That's what they stood to inherit. That's what they stood to gain. But they did not face their fears. This is an injustice. Okay? This is an injustice. And that's why the karma. Okay. So that's giving me the sensation of, what's it going to be? I feel many people are being asked this. What's it going to be? What do you really believe? Ooh. Oh, shit. I have touched upon a thing, ladies and gentlemen. I have touched upon a thing. What do you really believe? Is this a divine union? Listen, I don't know. I feel, if you're anything like me, you're like, mwah. Here's the thing. There has to be balance, right? The Justice card. There's got to be balance. Excuse me. And these two are taking taking the mirror, the molten glass, back and forth from furnace to furnace. I don't know if you can see that, but let me bring it a little closer. Back and forth from furnace to furnace. Okay, so there's duality, there's balancing in that. Okay, so it has to be a balance of ego and spirit. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about to walk up to the Capitol, right? Happy anniversary, by the way. I'm not about to walk up to the Capitol and fucking, I'm sorry. I'm what the fuck? Okay, I just went on into the happy anniversary thing, but anyhow, I'm not about to walk up to the Capitol like, yeah, I'm a divine child of God, change all the laws to benefit the divine children of God. Like that's naive, right? Or crazy, right? One or the other. So, sorry, ancestors. This is what the cards say, all right? But please let it be known that I am making no recommendations. This is what the cards say. They're kind of trying to tell you that if you believe in this fucking relationship, then fucking believe in the relationship then. Okay? Or if you don't, then don't. That's what I feel like is being said here. Okay? I really do. Regardless, obviously. And I don't mean regardless. No, that's the wrong term because regardless is regardless. And no, it's not regardless. It's not. Mm-mm, not at all. Even though, I will say that, even though this person appears to have slung dangalang on some scale that is Olympic, okay? On some scale that is like maybe we need to call the Guinness Book of World Records people for this guy, you know? I don't know, okay? I don't know. But it gives me the sensation that he just thought he could do whatever he wanted to do. You were having none of it. You could see, he thought he was going to do that with you too. Right. And you were having none of it. And he was like, boom, bursting free from his limiting beliefs. Right. Got the nerve to be surprised. Right. Because he knows that you want him. And he knows that, oh, wait a minute now. That just flipped. That just flipped. Okay. All right. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you. Because I was having my soul was rejecting that message hard. Okay. My soul was like, something wrong. Something is wrong. Okay. Yeah. So they're saying, I get the sensation that they're saying that he's surprised that you was gonna, basically cut his head off or eliminate him on whatever level. And they're surprised because you're soulmates and because you want each other so much. That's another angle. Okay, get off on your floor on these messages, please. Get off on your floor. So that's another angle. Okay, and with the Queen of Swords hiding down here, quietly down here at the bottom of the reading, it gives me the sensation that it's like, yeah, sorry, buddy, I don't think so. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, any last words? Any last words? Because I got to move on. All right. See? The divine twins. See what I'm saying? Truth. Ace of Swords. Y'all motherfuckers is really supposed to be together. What? Okay, sorry. Oh, 10 of Cups. Come on now. I'm out and I'm out. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm signing out on that one. They said, this shit is real. Stop playing. That's what they said. That's what they said. Even though for me, I don't know about you, but that causes me some indigestion right there. Upset stomach, diarrhea. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. That was totally gross. But anyhow, it gives me that, it gives me It gives me an upset stomach. It really does. Okay, like wait a minute. You can sacrifice this person. I mean, okay, sober up, people. Sober up. All right. Let's be serious. Okay. If this is really your person, you're standing at an emotional crossroads. Okay, standing at an emotional crossroads. Okay, and the issue is this: you're either gonna sacrifice your fucking anger and resentment, or your guilt and your shame, or you're gonna sacrifice your divine partner. Period. End of story. All right. Now I hope that message helps somebody out there. I really do. For more deep-ass readings where we see, my God, it's not a game. All right? You got to really think very carefully about the rest of your life today. All right? In deep-ass readings like these. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. All right? Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. The link is down below. Make sure you're out here discriminating, especially in this situation, wisely. And I will see you again here soon, divine children of God, behind the black veil.